My dear friends, tonight we shall explore a profound truth that has the power to transform your entire existence. Our focus, our contemplation shall be on the art of focusing on what you are doing. This seemingly simple concept holds within it the very key to manifesting your desires and shaping your reality. Let us begin by understanding that your consciousness, your awareness, is the only reality. Everything you perceive in your world is but an outward expression of your inner state. When you truly focus on what you are doing, you are directing the full power of your consciousness. And in doing so, you are quite literally shaping the world around you. Consider for a moment the act of focusing. What does it mean to focus? It is to bring your attention, your awareness to a single point. It is to exclude all else and immerse yourself fully in the present moment in the task at hand. This act of focusing is nothing less than the act of creation itself. You see, my dear friends, your attention is the most precious gift you possess. It is the very substance of creation. Where you place your attention, there flows the energy of life itself. And when you focus that attention, when you direct it with purpose and intention, you are engaging in the highest form of creative power. Now, let us delve deeper into this concept. When you focus on what you are doing, you are entering into a state of being. You are not merely performing an action. You are becoming one with that action. This is the secret the great masters and sages have known throughout the ages. It is not what you do that matters, but the state of being from which you do it. Imagine, if you will, two individuals performing the same task. One goes through the motions mechanically, their mind wandering to 1,000 other concerns. The other focuses entirely on the task, pouring their whole being into each moment. Which do you think will produce the superior result? Which do you think will experience the greater transformation? The answer, of course, is clear. The one who focuses, who brings their full awareness to the present moment, is the one who taps into the infinite creative power of the universe. For in that moment of complete focus, they are aligning themselves with the very source of all creation. But let us not mistake this focus for a form of striving or struggle. True focus, the kind we speak of tonight, is effortless. It is a letting go of all else, the surrender to the present moment. It is allowing yourself to be fully immersed in what you're doing, without resistance, without distraction. This, my friends, is the state of mind from which miracles are born. For when you focus in this way, you are entering into the silence, into the void from which all things emerge. You are touching the very fabric of reality itself. Now, some of you may be thinking, but Nibble, how can I maintain such focus in a world full of distractions? And to this I say practice. Like any skill, the ability to focus deepens with consistent application. Begin with small moments throughout your day. When you eat, focus entirely on the act of eating. When you walk, be aware of each step. When you speak with another, give them your complete attention. As you practice this, you will begin to notice a shift. The world around you will seem to slow down. Colors will appear more vivid, sensations more intense. This is because you are becoming more fully alive, more present in each moment. You are awakening to the reality of your own creative power. But there is more, my friends. For as you cultivate this ability to focus, you will find that it extends beyond the mundane task of daily life. You will discover that you can apply this same principle to the act of imagining, to the art of manifesting your desires. When you focus your attention on the desired state, when you immerse yourself fully in the feeling of it being real, you are planting a seed in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. And just as surely as a seed grows into a plant when nurtured, so too will your imagined state blossom into physical reality when tended with focused attention. This is the true power of focus. It is not merely about improving your productivity or enhancing your skills. It is about consciously directing the creative force of the universe. It is about becoming an active participant in the shaping of your reality. Consider the great artists, the inventors, the visionaries who have changed the course of history. What set them apart was not merely talent or intelligence, but their ability to focus with unwavering intensity on their vision. They saw in their mind's eye what did not yet exist in the physical world, and through their focused attention, they brought it into being. You, my dear friends, possess this same power. The only difference is that you may not have fully recognized or exercised it yet. But tonight I urge you to begin. Start with the simple act of focusing on what you are doing and watch as your world transforms around you. Now, let us explore another aspect of this principle. When you focus on what you are doing, you are also practicing the art of presence. You are fully inhabiting the here and now. Rather than allowing your mind to drift to the past or future, this presence is the key to accessing your true power. For it is only in the present moment that creation occurs. The past is but a memory, the future a projection. Neither has any reality except in your imagination. The only point of power is the present moment. When you focus on what you are doing, you are anchoring yourself in this point of power. You are aligning yourself with the eternal now, the timeless realm from which all possibilities emerge. This alignment with the present moment has profound implications. For one, it frees you from the bondage of past regrets and future anxieties. When you're fully focused on what you are doing, there's no room for worry or fear. You are too absorbed in the present to be concerned with what was or what might be. Moreover, this presence allows you to tap into your intuition, your inner guidance. When your mind is quiet, focused on the task at hand, you become receptive to the subtle promptings of your higher self. You may find solutions appearing spontaneously, insights arising unbidden. This is because you have created space for wisdom to enter. But there is an even deeper truth here, my friends. When you focus on what you are doing, you are practicing the art of conscious creation. You are actively participating in the unfoldment of your reality. You see, every action, every thought, every moment of focused attention is an act of creation. The universe responds to your focus. It reflects back to you the state of consciousness you embody. When you are scattered, distracted, your world appears chaotic and confusing. But when you are focused present, your world takes on a clarity and purpose that may seem miraculous. This is not magic, but law. It is the law of consciousness, the fundamental principle underlying all of creation. As within, so without. Your outer world is always a reflection of your inner state. By focusing on what you are doing, you are creating a state of clarity and purpose within, which must, by law, be reflected in your outer circumstances. Now let's consider how this principle can be applied to the art of manifestation. When you desire to bring something into your life, whether it be a new job, a relationship, or a state of being, the key is to focus on the end result as if it were already accomplished. This is where many stumble. They focus on the process, on the how, rather than on the completed state. But I say to you, focus on the end. Feel it as real. Immerse yourself in the state of having already achieved your desire. Do this with the same intensity, the same presence, as when you focus on a physical task. You see, to your subconscious mind, there is no difference between an imagined event and a physical one. When you focus on your desired state with full attention, feeling it as real, your subconscious accepts it as fact. And once accepted, it must find a way to bring it into physical manifestation. This is the true art of focusing on what you're doing. It is not limited to physical actions, but extends to the realm of imagination. Your imaginal acts, when infused with focused attention and feeling, become the blueprint from which your physical reality is constructed. But remember, this is not about forcing or striving. It is about allowing. When you focus in this way, you are opening yourself to the infinite possibilities of the universe. You are aligning yourself with the creative power that underlies all of existence. Now, some of you may be wondering, but Wayne, what about the challenges and obstacles in my life? How can I focus on what I'm doing when faced with difficulties? And to this I sigh. Those very challenges are opportunities for the most powerful focus of all. When you encounter an obstacle, instead of resisting it or trying to push it away, bring your full attention to it. Focus on it not as a problem to be solved, but as an opportunity for growth and transformation. For you see, every challenge contains within it the seed of an equivalent or greater benefit. By focusing your attention on the challenge, by fully inhabiting the present moment, even when it seems difficult, you open yourself to insights and solutions that were previously hidden from view. You tap into a wisdom that goes beyond your conscious mind. Moreover, by maintaining your focus in the face of adversity, you are demonstrating faith in the ultimate goodness of the universe. You are affirming that all things work together for your good, even when appearances suggest otherwise. This faith, this unwavering focus, is the power that moves mountains. Consider the great spiritual teachers throughout history. In their moments of greatest trial, they maintained an unshakable focus on their inner truth. They refused to be swayed by outer appearances, and in doing so, they demonstrated the transformative power of focus. You, my dear friends, have the same power within you. When you focus on what you're doing, even in the midst of challenges, you are claiming your divine heritage as a creator. You are affirming your oneness with the source of all being. Now, let us delve even deeper into this principle. When you focus on what you are doing, you are also practicing the art of detachment. This may seem paradoxical, but it is profoundly true. For true focus is not about clinging or grasping, but about allowing yourself to be fully present without resistance. When you are truly focused, there's no room for anxiety about the outcome. There's no space for doubt or fear. You are too absorbed in the present moment to worry about what might happen. This state of detached focus is incredibly powerful, for it allows you to act from a place of clarity and inner peace. Moreover, this detachment allows you to remain flexible and open to possibilities. When you are rigidly attached to a particular outcome, you may miss opportunities that don't fit your succinct notions. But when you focus with detachment, you remain open to the infinite wisdom of the universe. This is not to say that you should abandon your goals or desires. Far from it. But rather than focusing on the specific form your desire should take, focus on the essence of what you want to experience. Focus on the feeling, the state of being, rather than the outer details. For example, if you desire financial abundance, don't focus on a specific sum of money. Instead, focus on the feeling of security, of freedom, of generosity that abundance would bring. Immerse yourself in that state. Focus on it with all your attention, and allow the universe to bring it into manifestation in ways that may surprise and delight you. This principle extends to all areas of life. In relationships, focus on the feeling of love, of connection, rather than on finding a specific person. In your career, focus on the feeling of fulfillment, of contribution, rather than on a particular job title. By focusing on the essence, you open yourself to possibilities beyond your current imagination. Now, let us consider another aspect of focusing on what you are doing: the power of consistency. It is not enough to focus intensely for a moment and then return to a scattered state. True mastery comes from maintaining your focus consistently day after day. This does not mean that you must maintain intense concentration every moment of your life. That would be exhausting and counterproductive. Rather, it means cultivating a general state of presence, of awareness that underlies all your activities. Think of it as a background hum of consciousness, a constant low-level focus that keeps you anchored in the present moment. From this state of general awareness, you can then bring more intense focus to specific tasks or imaginal acts as needed. This consistent focus, this ongoing state of presence, is what allows for true transformation. It is like the steady drip of water that over time can wear away even the hardest stone. Your consistent focus, maintained day after day, has the power to reshape your entire reality. But remember, my friends, this is not about perfection. There will be times when your focus wavers, when you find yourself distracted or overwhelmed. This is natural and to be expected. The key is not to judge yourself or become discouraged, but simply to notice when you become distracted and gently bring your attention back to the present moment. This act of returning to focus, of coming back to presence, is itself a powerful practice. Each time you do this, you are strengthening your ability to direct your consciousness. You are reclaiming your power as a creator. Now, let's explore how this principle of focus relates to the concept of time. In your everyday experience, time seems to flow in a linear fashion from past to future. But from the perspective of your higher self, all time is simultaneous. Past, present, and future exist as one eternal now. When you focus on what you're doing, when you become fully present in the moment, you are aligning yourself with this higher perspective. You are stepping out of the illusion of linear time and into the reality of the eternal now. This has profound implications for the art of manifestation. When you focus on your desire as if it were already fulfilled, you are not projecting it into some distant future. You are claiming it now in this eternal present moment. You are aligning yourself with the version of you that has already achieved that desire. From this perspective, manifestation is not about making something happen in the future. It is about aligning yourself with a reality that already exists in the eternal now. Your focused attention, your complete absorption in the feeling of your desire fulfilled, is what allows you to shift your consciousness to that reality. This is why it is so important to focus on the end result, to live from the state of wish fulfilled. By doing so, you are not trying to change the future. You're changing your present state of consciousness, which is the only thing that truly exists. Now, let us consider how this principle of focus relates to your relationships with others. When you focus on what you are doing, when you are fully present in your interactions, you create a space for genuine connection and understanding. Think about the last time you had a conversation where you felt truly heard and seen. Chances are the person you were speaking was giving you their full attention, focusing entirely on the present moment. This kind of focused presence has the power to transform relationships. When you focus on what you are doing in your interactions with others, you are honoring them with your full attention. You are creating a space of respect and understanding. This not only enhances your relationships, but also allows for deeper insights and more meaningful exchanges. Moreover, by focusing on what you are doing in your interactions, you become more attuned to the subtle cues and energies of those around you. You may find that you develop an almost uncanny ability to understand others, to sense their needs and desires even before they express. This focused attention in your relationships extends to your relationship with the world at large. When you move through your day with presence and awareness, you may find that the world seems to respond to you in new and surprising ways. Opportunities may appear as if by magic. Synchronicities may become more frequent. This is because your focused attention, your state of presence, is aligning you with the flow of life itself. You are no longer swimming against the current, but moving in harmony with the universe. Now let us delve into the relationship between focus and your physical health. When you focus on what you are doing, you become more attuned to the signals of your body. You may notice tensions you were previously unaware of, or become more conscious of your breathing and posture. This increased body awareness can have profound effects on your health and well-being. By focusing on your body as you move through your day, you may naturally start to make choices that support your health. You may find yourself drawn to more nourishing foods, or inspired to engage in physical activities that energize and revitalize you. Moreover, when you bring focused attention to your body, you are directing life energy to it. This focused energy can have a powerful healing effect. Many studies have shown the benefits of mindfulness and focused attention on various aspects of physical health. But beyond these physical effects, focusing on what you're doing also reduces stress and anxiety, which are major contributors to many health issues. When you are fully present, fully focused on the task at hand, there is no room for worry about the future or regret about the past. This state of presence is deeply restful and rejuvenating for both body and mind. Now let us consider how this principle of focus relates to your spiritual growth. When you focus on what you're doing, you are practicing a form of meditation in action. You are cultivating a state of mindfulness that extends beyond formal meditation sessions and into your everyday life. This ongoing state of presence, this consistent focus, opens you up to higher levels of consciousness. You may find that you become more intuitive, more attuned to the subtle promptings of your higher self. You may experience moments of profound insight or clarity that seem to arise from nowhere. Moreover, by focusing on what you are doing, you are practicing the art of surrender. You are letting go of your ego's need to control and allowing yourself to be guided by a higher wisdom. This surrender, paradoxically, is the key to true power and freedom. As you continue to practice this focused presence, you may find that your sense of self begins to shift. The boundaries between you and the world may start to blur. You may experience moments of unity consciousness where you feel deeply connected to all of life. This is the ultimate fruit of focusing on what you're doing. It is not just about improving your productivity or manifesting your desires, but about awakening to your true nature as a conscious creator, one with the infinite source of all being. As we draw this discourse to a close, I urge you, my dear friends, to take this principle of focusing on what you are doing and apply it in your daily life. Start small, a few months, but start today. Bring your full attention to each task, each interaction, each moment. Feel the power that comes from this focused presence. Experience the clarity, the peace, the sense of purpose that arises when you are fully engaged in the present moment. Remember, this practice is not about perfection. There will be times when your mind wanders, when you lose your focus. This is natural and to be expected. The key is to gently, lovingly bring your attention back to the present moment whenever you notice that you become distracted. Each time you do this, you are strengthening your ability to direct your consciousness, to shape your reality. And finally, my friends, know this. As you cultivate this ability to focus, as you deepen your presence and awareness, you are fulfilling your highest purpose. You are claiming your divine heritage as a conscious creator. You are aligning yourself with the very source of all creation. In focusing on what you're doing, you are doing nothing less than awakening to the truth of who you really are. And in this awakening lies the key to all the joy, all the abundance, all the love that you could ever desire. Go follow. Focus on what you're doing and watch as miracles unfold in your life. My dear friends, let us begin by examining what it truly means to fix yourself. Many of you may have come here tonight believing that fixing yourself means correcting flaws, overcoming weaknesses, or conforming to some external standard of perfection. But I tell you, this is not fixing at all. This is merely attempting to mold yourself to fit the expectations of others or society at large. True fixing, true transformation comes from a much deeper place. It comes from recognizing and embracing your divine nature, from aligning yourself with the God within. You see, my dear friends, you are not broken. You are not flawed. You are a perfect expression of divine, temporary disguise as a human being. The process of fixing yourself, then, is not about becoming something you're not. It's about remembering who you truly are. It's about peeling away the layers of false beliefs, limiting assumptions and misguided identities that have skewered your true self. Now, you might be wondering, but Wayne, if I'm already perfect, why do I need to fix myself at all? Oh, my friends, this is a profound question indeed. You see, while your true self is indeed perfect and complete, your conscious awareness of this perfection may be limited. The work of fixing yourself is really the work of expanding your consciousness to fully embody your divine nature. Think of it this way. Imagine a magnificent diamond buried deep within the earth. The diamond itself is perfect, flawless, but it's covered in layers of dirt and rock that obscure its brilliance. The work of the miner is not to create the diamond, it already exists in its perfection. The work is to remove the layers that hide its true beauty. You, my dear friends, are that diamond. The work of fixing yourself is the work of removing the layers of false beliefs, limiting thoughts and negative emotions that have accumulated over your lifetime. It's the work of polishing the diamond of your true self until it shines with its natural God-given brilliance. There's a crucial point. You must do this work for yourself, not for anyone else, not for your parents, not for your spouse, not for your children or friends or society at large. You must fix yourself for yourself. Why is this so important? Because when you attempt to change yourself to please others or meet external expectations, you're not really fixing anything. You're simply adding another layer of falsehood, another mask to wear. True transformation can only come from within, driven by your own desire for growth and self-realization. Moreover, when you fix yourself for yourself, you align with the creative power of God. You align with the creative power of the universe. You tap into the limitless potential that resides within you. You become a conscious co-creator of your reality, shaping your life according to your deepest desires and highest aspirations. Let me share with you a personal experience that illustrates this principle. Many years ago, I found myself in a state of deep dissatisfaction with my life. I had achieved a measure of success in the outer world, a good job, comfortable home, a respectable social standing. But inside, I felt empty, unfulfilled. I embarked on a journey of self-improvement, reading countless books, attending seminars, trying various techniques. But no matter what I did, no matter how hard I tried to fix myself, I couldn't shake the feeling of discontent. It wasn't until I discovered the truth of my own divine nature that everything changed. I realized that all my efforts to fix myself had been misguided. I wasn't broken. I was simply unaware of my true identity. The moment I began to see myself as a perfect expression of God, everything shifted. I stopped trying to become something I wasn't, and instead focused on removing the false beliefs and limiting thoughts that had obscured my true self. And as I did this work, not for anyone else, but for myself, for the joy of self-realization and self-realization, my entire life transformed. My relationships improved, my work became more fulfilling, and I experienced a deep sense of peace and contentment that I had never known before. All of this came not from changing who I was, but from remembering who I had always been. Now, my dear friends, I want you to understand that this work of fixing yourself is not a one-time event. It's not something you do and then you're done. It's an ongoing process, a lifelong journey of self-discovery and self-realization. Every day presents new opportunities to peel away another layer of falsehood, to polish another facet of your divine nature. Every challenge, every setback, every moment of joy or sorrow is an invitation to know yourself more deeply, to embody your true nature more fully. But how? You might ask, do we engage in this work of fixing ourselves for ourselves? The answer lies in the power of your imagination and the law of assumption. You see, your imagination is not some frivolous faculty for daydreaming. It is the very workshop in which a reality is forged. What you imagine with feeling, with conviction, becomes the blueprint that your outer world must inevitably conform to. So to fix yourself, you must first imagine yourself as already whole, already perfect, already the embodiment of your highest self. You must assume the feeling of being the person you wish to be, not in some distant future, but right here, right now. This is not pretense or self-deception. This is aligning yourself with the truth of your being. Remember, you are not becoming something you're not. You are simply remembering and embodying who you truly are. Let me give you a practical exercise to illustrate this principle. Tonight, before you go to sleep, I want you to create a scene in your imagination that implies you are already the person you wish to be. See yourself moving through your day with confidence and grace. Feel the deep sense of peace and contentment that comes from knowing your true nature. Hear the words of praise and admiration from others, not because you need their approval, but as a reflection of the radiance you're emanating. Make this scene as vivid and as real as you possibly can. Engage all your senses. Feel the emotions that would be yours if this were your present reality. And then, my friends, fall asleep in this state. Let it be the last thing on your mind as you drift off to sleep. Do this night after night, and watch how your outer world begins to shift to match your inner state. You'll find yourself naturally acting in ways that align with your imagined self. Opportunities will present themselves that allow you to express your true nature. People will respond to you differently, reflecting back to you, but remember, you're not doing this to impress others or to gain their approval. You're doing this for yourself, for the joy of fully expressing your divine nature. Now, I can hear some of you thinking, but Wayne, what about the habits and patterns that seem so deeply ingrained? How can we overcome these through imagination alone? My dear friends, what you call habits and patterns are nothing more than repeated thoughts and assumptions. They have no power over you other than the power you give them through your belief in their reality. When you assume a new state of being, when you live from the end as though your desire were already fulfilled, you automatically begin to think and act in ways that align with this new state. The old habits and patterns simply fall away, not through force or struggle, but through lack of attention. You see, what you focus on grows. When you focus on your limitations, on your flaws and shortcomings, you give them power over you. But when you focus on your divine nature, on the perfection that is your true self, this is what expands in your experience. This is why it's so crucial to fix yourself for yourself, not for others. When you're motivated by external approval or validation, you remain trapped in the very mindset that created your limitations in the first place. But when you're motivated by the joy of self-discovery, by the thrill of expressing your true nature, you tap into a wellspring of power that can overcome any obstacle. Let me share another personal experience to illustrate this. Let me share another personal experience to illustrate this point. There was a time in my life when I struggled with public speaking. The mere thought of addressing an audience filled me with dread. I tried various techniques to overcome this fear. Deep breathing, positive affirmations, visualizing the audience in their underwear. But nothing seemed to work. It wasn't until I applied the principle of fixing myself for myself that everything changed. Instead of trying to become a good public speaker to impress others or advance my career, I decided to embody the state of being a confident, eloquent speaker for the sheer joy of expressing my ideas. Every night, I would imagine myself standing on stage speaking with ease and grace. I felt the words flowing effortlessly from my lips. I saw the audience hanging on my every word, not because I needed their approval, but because the ideas I was sharing were so compelling. I persisted in this imaginal act, night after night, until it felt more real to me than my previous state of fear and anxiety. And then, my friends, the miracle occurred. The next time I was called upon to speak in public, I found myself stepping up to the podium with confidence and force. The words flowed easily, naturally. I was not trying to be a good speaker. I was simply being myself, expressing my ideas with joy and enthusiasm. This, my dear friends, is the power of fixing yourself to yourself. When you align with your true nature, when you embody the state of being you desire, not for others, but for the joy of self-expression, you tap into a power that can transform every aspect of your life. Now, let's address another crucial aspect of seeing yourself for yourself, self-love and self-acceptance. Many of you may have been taught that self-love is selfish or vain. Nothing could be further from the truth. Self-love is the foundation upon which all genuine growth and transformation is built. You see, you cannot give what you do not have. If you do not love and accept yourself fully, how can you truly love and accept others? If you're constantly judging and criticizing yourself, how can you offer genuine compassion and understanding to those around you? Fixing yourself for yourself begins with embracing who you are right here, right now. It begins with looking in the mirror and saying, I love you. I accept you exactly as you are. This is not complacency or resignation. This is acknowledging the divine perfection that is your true nature. Even as you continue to grow and evolve, remember, my friends, God is not mocked. The universe responds not to your words, but to your deepest beliefs and assumptions. If you say, I love you, but secretly believe you're unworthy or flawed, it is this deeper belief that will be reflected in your experience. So, I urge you, cultivate genuine self-love and self-acceptance. See yourself through the eyes of God as the perfect divine being that you truly are. When you do this, you create a solid foundation from which all positive change can spring. This self-love and self-acceptance will naturally spill over into every area of your life. Your relationships will improve, for you will no longer seek validation or completion from others. Your work will become more fulfilling, for you will approach it from a place of self-expression rather than obligation. Your health will improve, for you will naturally want to care for the temple that houses your divine self. But remember, all of this must be done for yourself. Remember, all of this must be done for yourself, not to gain the approval or admiration of others. The moment you start fixing yourself to please others or meet external standards, you've lost sight of your true purpose. Now, I can sense that some of you may be struggling with this concept. You may be thinking, but Wayne, isn't it selfish to focus so much on myself? Shouldn't I be thinking about others, about making the world a better place? My dear friends, this is a common misconception, but I assure you there is no greater service you can offer to the world than to fully embody your true divine nature. When you fix yourself for yourself, when you align with your highest self, you become a beacon of light in the world. You inspire others not through preaching or proselytizing, but through the simple radiance of your being. Think of it this way. When you're on an airplane, the flight attendants always instruct you to put on your own oxygen mask before assisting others. Why? Because if you run out of oxygen yourself, you'll be in no position to help anyone else. The same principle applies to your spiritual and personal growth. By fixing yourself for yourself, you ensure that you're operating from a place of fullness, of abundance, of divine connection. From this place, your ability to positively impact the world is limitless. Moreover, when you fix yourself for yourself, you're not just changing your own life, you're changing the entire world. You see, the outer world is nothing more than a reflection of our collective inner states. As you raise your own consciousness, as you embody more of your divine nature, you contribute to the elevation of the collective consciousness. Imagine a world where everyone understood this principle, where everyone was engaged in the work of fixing themselves for themselves. Can you see how radically different such a world would be? There would be no need for external laws or regulations, for each person would be guided by their own inner light. There would be no conflict, no war, no strife, for each person would recognize the divine in themselves and in others. This, my friends, is the great work to which we are all called. It is not a work of outer reform, but of inner transformation. It is not a work of forcing change upon others, but allowing our own divine nature to shine forth. And make no mistake, this work begins with you. Right here, right now, in this very moment, you have the power to change your world by changing your consciousness. You have the power to fix yourself for yourself, to align with your true divine nature. So I challenge you, my friends, for the next week, commit to loving yourself unconditionally. Create a scene in your imagination where you are fully embodying your highest self. Make it as vivid and as real as you can. Feel the love, the joy, the peace that comes from being in perfect alignment with your true nature. Then every night before you sleep, enter into the scene. Live it, breathe it. Make it so real that when you open your eyes, you're almost surprised to find yourself back in your present circumstances. But don't stop there. Carry this feeling with you throughout your day. No matter what challenges or setbacks you may face, hold fast to the truth of your divine nature. Don't try to change for others. Don't seek external validation. Simply be the highest expression of yourself moment by moment, day by day. And watch, my friends, watch how your world begins to change. Watch how your relationships deepen, how your work becomes more fulfilling, how your very presence begins to uplift and inspire those around you. All of this will happen not because you're trying to make it happen, but as a natural consequence of your alignment with your true self. Remember, you're not some flawed creature in need of fixing. You are a perfect expression of the divine, temporarily disguised as a human being. The work of fixing yourself for yourself is really the work of remembering this truth, of peeling away the layers of false beliefs and limiting thoughts that obscured your true nature. As we come to the close of our talk this evening, I want to leave you with one final thought. The journey of fixing yourself for yourself is not always easy. There will be times when you falter, when you forget your true nature and fall back into old patterns of thinking and behaving. But do not be discouraged, my friends. Each moment offers a new opportunity to remember to realign, to recommit to your highest self. And in those moments when you feel lost or discouraged, remember this, you are never alone. The God within you, the divine spark that is your true nature, is always there, always accessible. It is the still, small voice that guides you back to your truth. It is the love that embraces you even in your darkest moments. It is the power that can transform your life in an instant if you but allow it. So go forth, my dear friends, and engage in the sacred work of fixing yourself for yourself. Do it not out of a sense of lack or unworthiness, but from a place of joy, of love, of reverence for the divine being that you truly are. Do it not to gain the approval of others, but for the sheer bliss of expressing your higher self. For in this work lies your freedom. In this work lies your power. In this work lies the key to creating not just the life you desire, but a whole new world. Thank you, and may God bless you all. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, as we embark on this journey together, I want you to understand that everything you seek, everything you desire, and everything you wish to become already exists within you. The world you see around you is nothing but a reflection of your inner state, a mirror of your consciousness, and it is through the deliberate, consistent focus on yourself that you can shape this inner world and consequently your outer reality. Now that I speak of focusing on yourself, I do not mean this in the egotistical sense that the world often promotes. No, I speak of a deeper, more profound focus, a focus on your true self, your divine nature, your I am. For you see, you are not merely a physical being having a spiritual experience, but a spiritual being having a human experience. And it is in recognizing and embracing this truth that you begin to tap into the infinite power that resides within you. Every day, as you wake from your slumber, you have a choice. You can choose to be swept away by the currents of the world, allowing external circumstances to dictate your thoughts, feelings, and actions, or you can choose to focus on yourself, to turn inward and connect with the God within you. For make no mistake, my dear friends, you are God in human form, expressing itself as you. This focus on self is not a selfish act, but the most selfless thing you can do. For as you elevate your consciousness, as you align yourself with your divine nature, you elevate the entire world. You become a beacon of light, illuminating the path for others to follow. But how, you may ask, does one focus on oneself every day? It begins with awareness. Awareness of your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs. For these are the building blocks of your reality. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every belief you hold is shaping your world in this very moment. And it is through becoming aware of these inner movements that you can begin to consciously direct them. Imagine, if you will, that your mind is a garden. Every thought is a seed planted in this garden. Some thoughts are beautiful flowers, others are noxious weeds. By focusing on yourself every day, you become the master gardener of your mind. You carefully select which seeds to plant, which thoughts to nurture, and which beliefs to water with your attention. This, my dear friends, is the essence of what I teach. The law of assumption states that if you assume a state, if you live from it as if it were already true, it must manifest in your outer world. But to do this effectively, you must focus on yourself every day. You must cultivate the inner state that corresponds to your desired reality. Let us delve deeper into this concept. When you focus on yourself, you are essentially focusing on your I am. I am is the name of God, and it is also your name. When you say I am, you're invoking the creative power of the universe. This is why it is crucial to be mindful of what follows I am in your thoughts and speech. If you constantly tell yourself, I am tired, I am broke, I'm unlucky, you are creating that reality. But when you focus on yourself every day, when you connect with your true nature, you can begin to consciously choose empowering I am statements. I am abundant, I am loved, I'm successful. These are not mere affirmations, but declarations of your true state of being. Now some of you might be thinking, but Wayne, how can I declare myself to be something I am not yet experiencing in my physical reality? And to this I say, congratulations, you have just identified the very belief that has been holding you back. Do you see? Time is an illusion of the physical world. In the realm of spirit, in your true state of being, everything already exists in the eternal now. When you focus on yourself every day, you begin to see beyond the illusion of time and space. You start to understand that the version of you that has already achieved your desires, that is already living your dream life, exists right now. And by aligning your consciousness with that version of yourself, you bring it into your physical experience. This, my friends, is the power of imagination. Imagination is not some fanciful daydreaming, but the very substance of reality. The world you see around you was once only imagined. Every invention, every work of art, every human achievement began as a mere thought, an imaginal act. And it is through the focus on self, through the deliberate use of your imagination, that you can reshape your world. When you focus on yourself every day, you are essentially engaging in a form of mental diet. Just as you are careful about what you put into your physical body, you must be equally discerning about what you feed your mind. The thoughts you entertain, the mental images you dwell upon, the inner conversations you engage in, these are the nourishment for your consciousness. And just as a healthy physical diet requires consistency, so too does this mental diet. You cannot expect to transform your life by focusing on yourself once in a while, or only when you remember to do so. No, this must become a daily practice, as natural and necessary as each morning. As you rise from your sleep, take a moment to focus on yourself. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and connect with your Aya. Feel the divine presence within you, the God that you are. Then, throughout your day, maintain this connection. Be aware of your thoughts, your feelings, your reactions to the world around you. When you find yourself slipping into negative patterns, gently bring your focus back to yourself. Remember, you are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are the awareness behind them, the consciousness that observes. And in this awareness lies your power to choose, to redirect your focus as you go about your day. Practice the art of revision. This is a powerful technique that allows you to reshape your past and consequently your present and future. If you encounter a situation that is less than desirable, do not dwell on it. Instead, in your imagination, revise the event. See it playing out exactly as you would have wished it to. Feel the emotions you would have felt had happened in that ideal way. This is not denial or escapism. This is you exercising your God-given power to choose the reality you wish to experience. For remember, the outer world is but a reflection of your inner state. By revising events in your imagination, you are changing your inner state, and thus your outer reality must conform. Now, let us address a common misconception. Some may think that focusing on oneself every day means ignoring the world around them or neglecting their responsibilities. Nothing could be further from the truth. When you truly focus on yourself, when you align with your divine nature, you naturally become more present, more engaged with life. You see, when you're not focused on yourself, you are at the mercy of external circumstances. You react to life rather than creating it. But when you maintain a consistent focus on self, you become the creator of your reality. You respond to life from a place of inner peace and power. This focus on self also enhances your relationships with others. For when you are centered in your true self, when you are connected to the God within, you naturally radiate love, compassion, and understanding. You no longer seek validation for fulfillment from others, for you have found the source of all love and abundance within yourself. As you practice focusing on yourself every day, you will begin to notice subtle shifts in your perception. The world around you may appear brighter, more vibrant. Synchronicities may become more frequent. You may find yourself naturally drawn to people and opportunities that align with your desires. This is because as you focus on yourself, as you elevate your consciousness, you begin to vibrate at a higher frequency. And like a trax you become a magnet for experiences that match your inner state. This is the law of attraction in action, but it goes beyond mere positive thinking. It is about embodying the state of your desire, living from the end result. Let me share with you a powerful exercise that you can incorporate into your daily routine. Each night, as you lay in your bed ready to sleep, enter into a state of relaxation. Take several deep breaths, allowing your body to sink into the mattress. Now in your imagination, construct a scene that implies the fulfillment of your desire. If your desire is for financial abundance, see yourself looking at a bank statement with a balance that thrills you. If it's a loving relationship you seek, feel the warmth of your beloved's embrace. Whatever your desire may be, create a short, simple scene that implies its fulfillment. Now here's the crucial part. Enter the scene. Don't just watch it like a movie, but step into it. Feel it as real. Engage all your senses. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel? What do you smell? Make it as vivid and real as possible. And as you do this, feel the naturalness of it. Feel as though this is your reality now. Repeat this scene over and over, always from the first-person perspective, always feeling it as real and natural. Do this until you fall asleep. This exercise, performed consistently, has the power to reshape your subconscious beliefs, and you see, your subconscious mind does not distinguish between what is vividly imagined and what is physically experienced. By repeatedly entering into this imaginal scene, you are impressing upon your subconscious the reality of your desire, and your subconscious, being the faithful servant that it is, will work tirelessly to bring about the conditions necessary for the manifestation of this state. This nightly practice is a powerful way to focus on yourself, to align your consciousness with your desires. But remember, this focus on self should not be limited to a few minutes before sleep. It must permeate your entire day. As you go about your daily activities, maintain an awareness of your inner state. Are you feeling anxious? Pause and reconnect with your I am. Are you doubting yourself? Remember that you are God expressing as you, and doubt has no place in the divine mind. Are you feeling lack or limitation? Remind yourself of your true abundant nature. This constant self-awareness, this continuous focus on your inner state, is the key to mastering your reality. For you are not a victim of circumstances, but the creator of your life experience. Every moment of every day, you are choosing the reality you experience through your focus. Now, I want to address something that many of you may be experiencing as you embark on this journey of self-focus. You may find that as you begin to consciously direct your thoughts and align with your desires, challenges arise. Old patterns may resurface, doubts may creep in, and external circumstances may seem to contradict your inner work. Do not be discouraged by this. In fact, welcome it, for these challenges are not obstacles, but opportunities. They're bringing to the surface old beliefs and patterns that no longer serve you, allowing you to consciously choose again. When you encounter resistance, whether internal or external, simply see it as an indication that change is occurring. The old must be uprooted before the new can fully take root. Remember, the circumstances of your life are not the cause of your inner state, but the effect of it. By maintaining your focus on yourself, by persisting in the assumption of your desired state, regardless of appearances, you are causing a shift at the deepest level of your being. And this shift must, by law, be reflected in your outer world. As you focus on yourself every day, you will begin to experience a profound sense of peace and power. You will realize that you are not at the mercy of the world, but that the world is responding to you. This realization is freedom. It is the understanding that you are the operant power in your life, that your consciousness is the one and only reality. Now let us delve deeper into the practical application of this teaching. How can you maintain this focus on self throughout your busy day? It begins with setting the tone each morning. Upon waking, before you engage with the world, take a few moments to center yourself. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and affirm your true nature. I am God, expressing as your name shall be. I am love. I am abundance. Feel the truth of these statements. Don't just repeat them mechanically, but feel them resonating in every cell of your being. This is not positive thinking or self-deception. This is you acknowledging and embodying your true divine nature. As you go about your day, make it a habit to check in with yourself regularly. Set reminders if you need to. Every hour or so, pause and ask yourself, what am I focusing on right now? What state am I embodying? If you find that you've slipped into negative patterns, gently bring your focus back to your desired state. Remember, every moment is a new opportunity to choose. You are not bound by your past thoughts or actions. In each instant, you have the power to shift your focus, to realign with your true self, to choose again. Another powerful practice is to see everyone and everything as yourself pushed out. This means recognizing that the world you perceive is a reflection of your consciousness. The people you interact with, the situations you encounter are all aspects of yourself. By seeing the world in this way, you take full responsibility for your reality. If you encounter someone who is rude or unkind, instead of reacting negatively, pause and ask yourself, what aspect of my consciousness is deflecting? How can I shift my inner state to experience more kindness in my world? This practice not only empowers you, but also cultivates compassion and understanding. As you focus on yourself every day, you will naturally find yourself letting go of the need to control external circumstances. You will understand that true power lies not in manipulating the outside world, but in mastering your inner world. This doesn't mean you become passive. On the contrary, you become more effective in your actions because they stem from a place of inner alignment rather than fear or lack. I want to address a question that often raises. Never. How long will it take for my desires to manifest? And to this I say it is done. The moment you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, when you truly embody the state of your desire, it is finished in the realm of spirit. Your role now is to persist in this state, to continue focusing on yourself and your desired reality, regardless of appearances. Time is a construct of the physical world, but in the realm of spirit, everything exists now. Your desire is not something to be achieved in the future, but a state to be assumed now. As you focus on yourself every day, as you live from the state of the wish fulfilled, you will find that the time it takes for your desire to manifest in the physical world becomes irrelevant. You are already living it in consciousness, which is the only reality. This understanding brings about a profound shift in your approach to life. You no longer live in a state of wanting of lack, of yearning for something in the future. Instead, you live from a state of fulfillment of completeness. This is the state from which miracles naturally flow. As you continue to focus on yourself every day, you will find that your desires themselves begin to evolve. What once seemed important may fade away, replaced by deeper, more meaningful aspirations. This is a natural result of aligning with your true self. You begin to desire not from a place of lack or social conditioning, but from your divine nature. Remember, my dear friends, that this work of focusing on yourself is not a means to an end. It is not something you do until you get what you want and then discard. It is a way of life, a continuous communion with your divine self. It is through this ongoing focus that you not only manifest your desires, but also discover your true purpose and express your unique gifts to the world. As we near the end of our time together, I want to impress upon you the importance of persistence. The world around you may not change overnight. Old patterns and beliefs may resist your new focus, but do not be discouraged. Your persistent focus on self, your consistent assumption of your desired state, is a mighty force. It is reshaping your world at the most fundamental level. Trust in the law, trust in your divine nature, trust in the power of your focused consciousness. For as surely as the sun rises each morning, your outer world must conform to your inner state. It is law. In closing, I urge you to make this focus on self your highest priority. Let it be the foundation upon which you build your life. For in doing so, you are not only transforming your own experience, but contributing to the elevation of all consciousness. Remember, you are God expressing His you. You are the creator of your reality. You are the operant power in your life. Focus on yourself every day. Align with your true divine nature and watch as miracles unfold in your life. Go forth now with this knowledge and power. Apply these teachings diligently. Focus on yourself every day. Live from your desired state and know with absolute certainty that your world must and will conform to your focused consciousness. You are blessed. You are divine. You are powerful beyond measure. Now go and create the life of your dreams. It is your birthright. It is your destiny. It is done. Thank you.